Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ayoka. I am the creator of this awesome community, the Lightworker Society. Now, you guys, I'm going to be doing a reading for my Divine Feminines tonight. We are going into a new week, right? And into the new year. So let's see what's in store for the Divine Feminines going into January 2021. I hope you guys are feeling lovely tonight. I know it's late, but however, I need you guys to be in harmony with yourself so that you're able to receive the message that I'm getting ready to deliver to you all. Now, let me set my intentions, but hold up. Disclaimer. All right, so everything in this message might not resonate with you. Take what you need, leave what you don't need. I pick up on past, present, and future energies, okay? So everyone is in their twin flame journey at different points, right? So this could be you now, it could have been your situation in the past, or it might not even have happened yet. But however, just stay positive and congratulate the next sister or brother who's a divine feminine who is elevating in their journey. Let's be in agreement, okay? Because the twin flame journey is not all about the union half the time. I mean, it's about the union, it's about the love. So don't get me wrong, but it's about our elevation, evolving, right, into our higher selves, who we are destined to be, because we have a purpose. And the purpose of the twin flame union is to what? Bring us together so that we can fulfill our contracts, right? So that we can fulfill our destiny, our life purpose. And we have to be whole. So my whole goal for doing these twin flame readings is to help push you guys to grow, to elevate, to learn, and to move into your divine life purpose, right? So let me set my intentions. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my angelic guides, for helping me with this reading tonight for my divine feminines going into January 2021. I ask that you give us a message, a powerful message, one that will resonate with everyone who taps into this video. I ask that you help me to deliver this message with power and understanding. I ask that you close the spiritual gates to anything that's not in alignment with the divine's will or with the purpose of this reading, and to protect us as we commune into the spiritual world, as we move into the spiritual world to commune with you. And so it is. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you're feeling my vibe. All right. All of your energy put back into my channel really helps my channel to circulate. Let's see, what message do you have for my divine feminines tonight? All right, ladies and gentlemen, because remember, it's all about energy, right? So feminine, masculine, it's energy. Sometimes I might say he or she because it's habit, right? This is what society has us accustomed to. But just know what what role you play in this situation. But okay, here we go. Now, for my Instagram fam, you know the thing. I can only keep you on for less than 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to cut out on you once I get to about 14 minutes. Make sure you go to my YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will get alerted as soon as my video for YouTube is available for you. Thank you. All right, so I have the Jonah Arc is the card that's here for you. Now, this is the Warrior of Light, right? I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. I'm gonna put this up on the easel. See, IG fam, you can't see this because it can't all fit in the screen, but I got the Jonah Arc, right? So let me look at this real quick. And I wanted to start incorporating this reading. I'm like, hey, I have this really cool divine feminine deck that I never used. Let's see, the Jonah Arc, right? But the thing is, it's sometimes so difficult finding. Here we go. Does that say page 9? It's between 105 and then it says 9. It doesn't make sense. It's like 105, 106, 107, then it's like page 9. All right, so here we go, you guys. Now, so during Joan of Arc's trial, right, her interrogators asked her if she was in a state of grace. She answered, "If I am not, May God put me there, and if I am, may God so keep me. Her unfathoming faith in the truth of her own vision made the impossible possible. As a teenager, she led an army that changed the course of history for France. And because of the trials, we have sworn testimony detailing the courage of her convictions and her own testimony about her visions of Archangel Michael, who inspired the course of her actions. Act and God will act, she said. The faith she had in her vision allowed her to take on a task that had never been done before by a young woman. Her every action chanted, I am not afraid. I was born to do this. She is associated with I don't know what that says, y'all, known as the flower of light. It represents the Trinity, the profound truth. The Trinity would not exist without Mary and her brave response to the angel's Gabriel call. Joan, like Mary, knows she is directly connected to the divine from within her, and she allows that connection to guide her. Joan of Arc's life is a statement to what is possible for us when we believe steadfastly in our own visions. Y'all hear that? She asks for us to move beyond our fear, to act on our truth, and to do this with the confidence of knowing that our every step is flanked with angels. What is the most powerful vision in your life, Divine Feminine? The intentions? I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. I love everything about that. That was kind of long, but I love that. What is the most powerful vision for your life, Divine Feminine? Okay, we can right go in teaching mode. All right, so I'm going to stop acting silly. I know it's late. I hope my music isn't too loud. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because I know it could get distracting. All right, so. All right, Spirit, what do you want us to know about this Joan of Arc card and how it relates to my Divine Feminine's life? Thank you. Definitely going into what? The King of Cups, right? Off the bat, King of Cups. Now, we know the King of Cups is what? A man who commands respect, right? But not love, right? Mature. It could be a mature man or a man who has a mature personality but could be young. It's a man of business, of law, right? But sometimes they do be having some hidden motives, right? So we do know that in the King of Swords. So Divine Feminine, you showing up as well. The Queen of Swords is what? She's able to use her intellect and her unbiased judgment while remaining flexible and open to receive input from other resources, from other people, to understand people, right? So very emotionally connected, well-grounded person. Now, what's happening here is my Three of Pentacles is here. And this talks about expansion, right? So the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, it's going to be an expansion. It's going to be a successful journey for you guys, right? And this is a good time to start this. I know some of the Divine Masculines been feeling like this has been a missed opportunity, and the Divine Feminines have felt like it's what? This has been an unrewarded effort. One where you just keep going through the motions over and over again. Emotional drainage. That's the word that came to my mind. Emotional drain. And runner chaser energy. And just really trying to work on bettering yourself, right? Divine Feminine. Because I'm a Divine Feminine as well. So a lot of my time is being devoted to what? Evolving, especially when it comes to my life purpose, really moving in that direction of myself and being connected to myself to release the things that no longer serve me no more, right? Because I want to be healed. And just like the most of us, we want to be healed. We want to be whole. We don't want to hurt no more, right? We want to see a better life for ourselves and to attract what? So much for ourselves, right? On a higher level. And that's what I take from this card. It's like, what's the vision you have for yourself, right? And this is how I envision myself. I envision myself being complete. I envision myself being, and it's like, no matter how much I would love to have those type of loving romantic connections, it's also like I want to have that with myself, where I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel hurt. I don't feel pain. I don't feel any of that any longer because of romantic connections. And even when things are going wrong within those romantic connections, I still feel whole. I'm still at peace, right? I'm still in my alignment. And that's what I'm working on. That's my goal. The Nine of Pentacles is here. This is my goal. My success, my contentment, right? That all of my work that I put in is going to pay off. That I can create this stable foundation for myself and just sit back and relax and just enjoy, right? That's what we all want. And this is what's taking place right now with both of the twins. A lot of self-reflection, right? Reflecting on your own self-worth, your own value, and all of that great stuff, right? But now, there's a message that's going to be coming forward. And it's going to be a positive message because I have my Page of Wands here. And it's going to have a lot of inspiration behind it, some ideas, but it's a lot dealing with your spiritual journey too as well, because you can hear it calling you, right? Just like I keep hearing the call, and it's pushing me further and further to put myself out here to this manner, to become using my prophetic skills, my seer skills, my teacher skills, to reach out to you guys to help us all evolve, right? So you feel it and you hear it, and you and your divine masculine are definitely hearing that call, feeling inspired and getting these ideas, right? That are limitless possibilities, but you hear the call, right? And something's stirring up in you, and something's stirring up definitely in that divine masculine, but they're not taking that action, right? Because this is the Page of Cups in reverse. They're not bringing an offer. They're keeping this a secret from the High Priestess, right? Oh, it's a card behind it. Keeping it a secret from the High Priestess. How can you keep it a secret from the High Priestess, right? The High Priestess knows all, right? Come on, very intuitive. So Divine Feminine, you like, this ain't no secret. I know it's good. And I gotta figure out how to keep all these pop-ups from popping up on my computer, y'all. I'm sorry. And again, I got another reverse with the Page of Pentacles. It's like they're trying to get this idea off of the ground, right? But each time that they try, it seems to not work. They keep getting set back, or they're losing sight of the bigger picture, or something that's taking place, right? Or they could be just trying too hard. Maybe someone in the connection is trying just too hard to bring this union together instead of letting it naturally evolve. Because why? Divine timing is always at play in our life. We got to close karmic cycles in order to start new beginnings, right? Yeah, it's some double energy going on, right? There's some double energy out in play that's in the mix. We're going to find out more. You want to know what? I got a reverse card behind this. So it's something going on because my reverse cards represent karmic situations or karmic people, all right? So this is definitely something dealing with some type of addictions, frustration. Somebody is feeling oppressed, or just in that greed or materialism mindset, or being tied down to something. But the Empress is in reverse, so this is definitely representing something or someone, right? And Divine Feminine, you gotta make self-love your priority. Point blank, you're just gonna have to make self-love your priority. Bring love to yourself first. And that's it. That's all you need to worry about is you. Don't allow this situation, because the Star card is out in reverse. Don't allow the situation to throw you off track, because you're always connected to the divine, honey, right? That's where your hope comes from, the divine. So it's a test of faith. And what's happening is the divine is saying, will you trust me, or will you trust the universe? Will you trust yourself? Or are you going to keep relying on your own understanding of the situation and not see it within the 5D, which is already done, right? And even though the third dimension is making it look like everything just shot to hell, right? It's already done. Now I'm at 14:45, right? So I got to let you guys go. Catch me over on YouTube. Peace. It's done. It's a test of faith. Do you trust the universe? Do you trust the divine? Do you trust yourself, divine feminine? There's some movement coming in, because some of you were like, yeah, hell yeah, I trust the whole thing, right? Because you understand what's going on. Why? Because you the high priestess. Even though it still hurts, you the high priestess. You know that in the end, everything works out for your highest good regardless, right? There's some movement, and it's coming in fast. Eight of Pentacles is here. I don't know if you can see it. Your divine masculine is definitely applying themselves. Okay? They're applying themselves and working hard to try to master their skills, their life, trying to get things in order for themselves. Some of them could be trying to change their career, could be going to school, really get their finances together. But they're definitely focused on creating perfection in their life, right? And when they do that, they lose sight of the bigger picture, because there's too many details involved, and they forget, right, that you are part of that picture. But my Six of Coins is here, Pentacles, and it's in an upright position. They're in the process of really wanting to clear up these karmic debts, just put it that way. And they want to be able to have an equal partnership where it's equal, giving and receiving. It's not just you doing everything. Them releasing this reckless behavior, that devil energy that showed up in this reading, right, towards that karmic situation, the karmic person, right? It's like I gotta release that. I want it to be balanced, and it's happening because the Judgment card is out here. Them archangels is like, hold up, let me blow the horn, right? Because your divine masculine is out of order. It's time for judgment. It's time to embrace your higher self, right? It's time to make these life-changing decisions. You can no longer keep being in that devil energy holding up the process. We got a mission, right? The twins got a mission. And they're getting some support. So it's definitely some people that are around them that could probably be helping them overcome this. But these life-changing situations, it's going to require them to have to balance those energies, being able to put that intuition with that intellect, right? You can't be not balanced on one, just more masculine energy and less feminine energy. It has to be equally balanced. It's all about duality, so they're able to make this life-changing decision. And some of them probably are not balanced, right, within their chakras. Root chakra, definitely, I'm getting not balanced whatsoever, and they can't get these energies together to be able to make these decisions. Why? Because they're not connected to their intuition, their higher self, to be able to make the good decisions, where they're trusting their own judgment. But they're getting the strength to do that because they're getting the support from others. So the Strength card is here, so they're getting that strength, and they're walking away from these cups. Because I got the Eight of Cups here, and it shows them walking away from the cups. But it's still some disappointment, right? They're still withdrawing. And they want to walk away from a disappointing situation, but they're still holding on to some issues. Abandonment, disappointment, failure, just being stuck. Thinking, contemplating, because I got my Seven of Pentacles. You see how yo looking at his pentacles like, damn, I've been working hard. I've been trying to collect my coins, right? Showing commitment towards what I'm doing. And now it's like, I've been working hard, right? I should see my gains. And what's the reward? It's emotional and spiritual, right? Gains. That's your reward. Because success is a journey, it's not a destination. And they know that. And because you, Divine Feminine, have also shown that commitment, you've put in that work. And the card that we all love to see, right, is the Ten of Cups. That's that family. Reaching that point of divine love, harmony, alignment in relationships, emotional contentment, feelings of love, happiness. Reaching that point. Four of Swords. That's fear. They're allowing negative energies. It's some external factors that are taking place that they're allowing to cloud their judgment. And they're probably in a mental overload and possibly even just taking a break, right, from everything. But they're going to come forward because the Knight of Pentacles is here. They're coming forward with an offer, right? Some communications, but they're going to work towards their goal, and they're going to try to keep up this routine so that they can have and experience the world, right? And they're willing to do the work to get the results. They just got to clear this double energy. This is like the part of that karmic cycle, right? And they want accomplishments. And the world card is here. So it's showing us what it's going to come to a full circle. This card literally represents marriage, children, graduating. You know, your life just coming together. Everything coming together. All those delays done. The world card is completion. Now, my Lover's card is in reverse, so we're going to see what's up with that. But it's either it's some feelings that are mutual, or someone's reluctant to opening up their heart because of fear. And I'm really getting the fact of opening up their heart because of fear is the problem. Can you elaborate on that Lover's card in reverse, please? Thank you, sir. Alright, so it's so crazy because this Emperor card been sitting here just looking at me, right, the whole time, and I'm looking at it like, what you looking at? It's looking at me like, what you looking at, right? And it come out again. So the Emperor card is here. So what turned into this Lovers in reverse, right? With those feelings that disconnect. The I said the harmony. That came out for a reason, but I'm gonna see where it fits. The Emperor brings stability, structure, right? As long as the Divine Masculine continues to pursue their goals and keep working towards what it is they want, especially within this connection, then they'll be able to bring the success and the harmony to this situation, to be disciplined, because that's what the Emperor is. The Emperor is very traditional in relationships where they use their logic, right? But they don't do well with expressing their emotions. So that's a big barrier when it comes to the union and the connection, because there's not enough communication when it comes to an intimate level, emotional level. Let me put it that way, emotional level, because it's too much logic, too much thinking. And this is why you've seen in previous cards that they are putting too much detail in it and losing sight of the bigger picture because they're thinking too much, right? Trying to make these decisions. Yeah, because I got the Seven of Cups. They trying to make these decisions, and in these cups is what? You got all your options, right? But what happens in the Seven of Cups, right? You get opportunities and choices, but there also could be some illusions behind these choices, some lies. So it's definitely a time for them to check into their higher self, to really evaluate their options and dig below the surface. And that's what needs to take place, where they can rely on their own inner wisdom and guidance to show them the way, because all of these options and opportunities that they got in these cups, there's a lie in there somewhere. You know, you can have your money in one cup, right? You can have your wealth, your car, your home. And what? In that cup with your money is a snake at the bottom. You understand? Like, it's a trap. And Four of Pentacles is in reverse. They're reevaluating what's most important to them. Trying to come to a realization that money and things and materialistic stuff and having all of these options ain't the only thing that's going to make them happy, because this Queen of Pentacles who's here in reverse is this karmic person, this karmic situation that's in the way, right? But they're turning that energy inward, right? They're trying to take all of that and create a stable foundation for themselves. where they can sustain in their own life, right? Without the help of karmic situations or karmic people or divine feminine, because they want the sun. They want to be happy. They want to be they want all of this abundance and success. Your divine masculine is taking a look at their relationships with everything that takes place in their life, literally. Their money, their relationship with you, their relationship with this karmic situation or karmic person. And they're trying to really see, like, I've been mismanaging, right? Am I putting these things before what's most important? Which is stopping me from reaching my 9 of cups, which is stopping me from getting that satisfaction that I seek and the stability in my wishes, right? That's stopping your connection from evolving because they're falling into error. But my 9 of cups has shown up here, right? And that's funny because you got it in reverse and you got it in the upright position. You want this divine feminine, and this is what you are going to get. You heard that? Ding. This is what you are going to get. Contentment, success. Appreciation, man, that's coming to me. This could lead to romance, definitely. Right, because it's 2 of cups that's in reverse. That disharmony, right? It's like now you're turning it into self-love. You're turning it into your own self-acceptance. You're being your own teacher. And so are they. They're mirroring you. And this is what's helping them to be able to get up and leave in that 7 of Swords energy. Because it's too much conflict around them. Too much disagreements, right? And there's been a falling out. There's been a disagreement that has taken place. Somebody has walked away. But this disagreement has created some type of bad blood. And we already see that the karmic has popped up in this reading a couple of times. But somebody has walked away. 5 of Coins is here. Definitely some type of issues that are taking place. Can you tell us more? Yep. 10 of Swords in their back. 10 Swords. Painful ending. A lot of deep wounds. So something ended. Could have been a job got cut. Like I said, it's situations, karmic people, karmic family members, however it resonates. But some contracts could have been broken. Somebody could be playing a victim role. Relationships ending. This is all this represents. And like right now, they're in this energy of they're holding on to this pain because, you know, when there's endings, you hurt from endings, right? It's still there. And I just looked down. My 9 of Wands is here, and it looked like a hurt man with his head bandage holding on to his wand. Looking like I got the courage to get through this. Oh God, I done got my ass beat just now, right? But they're resilient. They're very resilient, and they're ready to take on this adversity, as you see in the 10 of Wands. See how they putting the wands down? Ready to fight because they've been burdened, right? They've been feeling weighed down by this situation. It's exhausting. 3 of Wands in reverse. Exhausting. Nothing but unaccomplished goals towards this karmic situation or person. Nothing but unaccomplished goals that have created delays in their life. They're walking away because the card is here again. But why it look like they walking away sneakily? Like, we ain't going to tell this unreliable, can't be trusted Queen of Cups in reverse that I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I'm taking my swords and I'm sneaking up out of here. I'm getting away, right? They got this desire. This impulse is within them that's like, oh, I got to change this situation. Okay, I got to change this situation like now. They're doing it on an impulse. My 2 of Wands is here. they've done some things right through deception. A lot of underhanded stuff that's going on. Unorthodox ways to obtain what they want for themselves. Tell me more about that card, please. So the truth is coming out if it hasn't already come out, but some truth is coming forward. They have my Ace of Swords is here. They have a change of mind, right? And they want this new beginning. They want the breakthrough. It's a mental clarity that they have gotten that's helping them with this. They didn't had some time to think about it. Their judgment was clouded at first, right? But it was a breakthrough. The Five of Cups is here. They got it. They's like, I got it, right? But the Five of Cups represents regret and failure. Now, they're looking and seeing like, okay, this situation didn't necessarily turn out the way that I expected it, right? Or you're probably like, this ain't happening the way that I expected it, right? But either way, both of you could be in the energy of feeling sad, possibly disappointed, right? But on their case, it's like where you're trying to evolve and move past it, they are sitting there wallowing in their own self-pity because they're disappointed. And they're worried about being a failure, right? They don't want others to know that they just doing the wrong thing. But the divine hand is out. The universe hand is out with the pentacles. Like, but you still have been gifted. Because this connection is divinely ordered. And Spirit is trying to change this for the good, right? Trying to give these new beginnings where there's success, material comfort. You don't got to look outside into the external factors no more and selling your soul to the devil, right? Being in that deceitful energy, because the devil card does what? Gives you everything that you ask for, right? But what comes along with that? Attachments, addictions, stuff that don't serve us. Look, devil mad and flip my cards all over the place just now. I'm still gonna talk. My divine feminines already know. It's gonna be a change for the good. What's that change for the good gonna be? Let's clean the swords. See ya? Because you are so direct in your communication, you don't play around, right? You up front. You're like, I don't got time for the bullshit. You setting these boundaries, right? And now because you setting the boundaries, you done spoke your truth. You done probably said something. You done said something. You done showed your independence. Like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm biased, like, when it comes to this, but at the same time, I gotta protect myself too, right? Not gonna beat around the bush. And it's causing them to like come forward now as the King of Wands. It's like, okay, I gotta take charge. And they now have this clear vision and they're gonna manifest it. What's this clear vision? Moving forward. Eight of Wands. Moving forward with progress, quick, sudden changes. So some important news is coming your way, and your romantic life is definitely going to pick up. So some things are going to change quickly. It may seem crazy right now, like, what happened? Like, what's going on, right? But you're going to see a change, and it's going to come out of the blue. It's going to be very unexpected. But the Six of Swords is here, and they're moving beyond this situation. Whatever took place with them, they're moving beyond that. And they're going to leave what's familiar behind. They're going to change this situation. They're going to change, but whatever it is that they're changing, which is, they changing it. They trying to move. They trying to leave this relationship. A relationship, not y'all's, a relationship. Some are trying to change their jobs, but they are definitely trying to move on from that karmic situation, that karmic cycle, that karmic relationship. Knight of Cups in reverse. So I don't take that as a bad card, really. I mean, it's disappointment, right? They're having tantrums. They probably trying to avoid conflict. They probably even being passive aggressive as hell, right? And their feelings is probably like hot and cold. But at the same time, the to me, the King of Cups is a playboy, right? Point blank. They charming, they artistic, they in touch with their emotions, but they a playboy. At the same time, like nobody want nobody who everybody in the streets, you understand, be all up in that. Come on now, you want pure divine love, right? Things happen, of course, but at the same time, you just want someone who is not distracted, right, by the things of the world. Two of Wands. It's so funny that came out because it's like they're planning their future, and they're trying to make progress by stepping out their comfort zone, by stepping out of the ways that they usually, that they're used to, right? And making these decisions. Because the Eight of Swords card is here. Is that in the reverse? Yeah, it looked like that's upside down. It's in the reverse. They're releasing it. They're releasing the pain. They're taking control back, right? They want freedom from their situations. And they're facing their fears like we all have had to do in 2020. We had to look at this mirror, right? And we had to face ourselves and heal, right? So they got a clear perspective on this relationship. They don't want to be here no more. Well, we already got the World card in the upright position, but they don't want to be there no more. They don't want to feel incomplete. They're missing something. And they realize that they're taking their partner, you, Divine Feminine, for granted. Wow. This journey, I mean, life, period, is tough, isn't it? It's a lot. It's a lot. But as long as you stay in alignment with yourself, man, and work on your healing and just focus on the things that matter the most. Focus on the love. Focus on the harmony. Focus on just being, staying present, because it's so much that can take you and throw you off course and have you stuck. And the goal is for us to get out the dark places, right? And then walk into the light. Because the Death card is here, is in the reverse. It was so many delays, right? So many disappointments, and it was stopping this connection from forming because they needed to rise above that materialism. Very impulsive, very scared to just change and to come into what this union, the Four of Wands is here, to come into creating harmony and a firm foundation. They weren't trying to close out this cycle because the Will card came out. Something definitely took a turn for the worse, and it was due to like negative forces at play. It's like you got to make a choice. It's like either you're going to hope for the better, or you're going to take action and improve your situation. And in this case, they're going to take action and improve their situation because the Ten of Pentacles is here. They want it all, right? They want wealth. They want family. They want security. This is a positive sign, you guys. This is a sign where you get to that point where you're like, I'm ready to reach completion. I'm ready to accomplish my goals. It's no more questioning how I want to live, why, which way. Do I want this? Do I want family? Do I want love? Do I want the relationship? Or do I want to keep just chasing the next thing, right? Feel it. Keep trying to fill empty cups. With this Queen of Wands in reverse. That Queen of Wands in reverse is a demanding person. Very vengeful. Low self-esteem, right? Selfish. Is it worth it? No. Anything else? Ace of Cups. That card represents faithfulness, love, joy, all handed down from the divine. The universe, like, just take the cup, just take the cup. Just take the cup. Let us help you be balanced. Let's temperance you, because Archangel Michael is in the mix. Like, yeah, temperance card is out. Let me help bring success to this, so that this divine masculine can bring this offer, can bring harmony and stability to the situation and leave the past behind, because they tired of this Ace of Wands in reverse type bull crap, right? Tired of having to overcome these demanding challenges, or just being greedy, right? Wanting the best of both worlds. Seven of Wands in reverse. Having all this extreme pressure weighing down on them, because why? Now this will is in the upright position. That cycle has to close, right? This is fate. And things are going to get better, Divine Feminine, in time. You just got to make some adjustments. And this is a time where commitments are being tested. It's like commitments being tested, being tested by the divine, to see how much you trust yourself, the universe, the divine. See how powerful you are as a magician. Like, that's the card that's here. It's all about manifesting and creating the opportunities that you want in love. Just being proactive in love, right? And releasing yourself from these 5 of Cups, which is disappointments and hurt. And beginning to accept and move on. Because what's happening when you don't release it, you get the Chariot in reverse. You don't move forward. You don't take action. You become what? Out of balance. This Tower is in reverse. So this change was instigated. And this is why the transition is happening, because my 6 of Swords is out. And now it's going to be a change. Your divine masculine is going to release that baggage, come out of that little sneaky, deceitful energy, hiding, anxieties, those fears. 2 of Swords, juggling, having a hard time making those decisions on what they're going to do. You know, putting on that blindfold so they don't have to make the decisions. But they're going to listen to their intuition now. And they're going to make a decision. And they're going to trust what they know to be true. Which is the divine. Something is telling me to pull a message from the Hidden Truth Oracle. So let's see what the Divine Masculine has to say tonight. What message is it from the Divine? Yeah. You speak to me through music. Okay, so some of your Divine Masculines could love to listen to music, be musicians, DJs, but pay attention to the music that you're listening to, because that is them communicating with you through 5D. I feel you even when we are apart. So energetically, they're still feeling you. Some of you might be in separation, not talking. Finding out the truth crushed me. What's that truth? Finding out the truth crushed me. What was that truth threat? Because they lack confidence. Finding out the truth that they lack confidence, that they had in their ability to lead, right? That it was arrogance that was holding them back, keeping them from stepping into the role as the Divine Masculine. Wow. And knowing that all of it was because of the conflict, external conflict that was around, because of the competition, was because of these suitors that they had. Wow. That had me thinking. I was just really thinking about it, because I start visualizing it. I'm a seer, so sometimes I see it And I was just there, like, visualizing the whole thing of how much conflict it could have been, as far as even trying to communicate exactly what the divine masculine was feeling, how they were trying to communicate this, but knowing that you have these connections with other people that could be, serious, and having to end those connections or be upfront and be truthful, being able to communicate that. Because when you got this conflict card out, it's like you can't communicate. There's problems in that. And it ends up causing bad endings, right? But they want to tell you how they feel, and they wish they could share that good news with you. Remember, I said they were keeping some news from you. It was something that was taking place that they were keeping. Look, I'm like, where the cards? You're like, don't worry, we can find out. You don't got to tell us. So you want to release what that good news is. The good news is that this Page of Swords is here. So the good news is literally that they have this idea, right? And Spirit's not telling us. They're bursting with this idea, and they want to come back. They want to come and share it with you. They want to express their truth, right? And they know that they've been abusing their power, right? Not being in the best energy. But they want to come forward and offer your cup, because the King of Cups is here. They're moving slowly and gracefully, but they have this idea about how they want to offer it. Conflict card is out again. Wow. Right? So they're coming in as the Knight of Cups. They know it was a lot of conflict, because why? They was in their playboy energy, right? Trying to romance everybody. But my Hangman is out. They're ready to be devoted. Ready to surrender to the circumstance and have this new beginning, because they got a new perspective. They have released those old mentalities that are no longer serving them. They've had a moment to literally pause, right? So that they can make this next step. Tell me how does the Divine Masculine feel about the Divine Feminine? So right now, it's financial constraints, right? They really in their mind about their bag, for real. And they want to be able to offer you everything, right? They want to be able to come to you to give you what you need, to be a good provider. And they have a lot of financial issues right now. And these financial issues is also what keeps them stuck. This is a part of their karmic situation as well, is these finances. It's all about having a certain mindset though, right? But they're trying to learn the difference between what they need and what they want, and really taking care of what's most important, which is this connection and not the material world, right? And I have the man holding a coin that's up here next. But both numbers on these cards, like one is 13, the other one is 43. You got 1, which is God, 3, which is the Holy Trinity, 4, which is creations of by God, creating something. 3, again, is the Holy Trinity, right? The spiritual, your spiritual helpers are there with helping with these financial constraints, and also helping your Divine Masculine, right, with their money. Helping them further their goals so that they can receive increased health, money, value in life, in this connection, right? So this success is coming, and they know that with you, Divine Feminine, they could obtain that because you keep them balanced. You keep them balanced. You keep them in alignment. So they see that. They see the value because the man holding the heart is also here as well. Can you tell me where my twins are at in their union? What is meant for you will never be held from you. So have faith. That spirit is taking care of everything. Past, present, and future energies need examining. What do you truly want moving forward? So, Divine Feminine, once you decide, even with the Divine Masculine, once you decide what you clearly want, then the universe can bring it to you, right? Karmic justice will be served for the highest good of all parties involved. That will card, it has to be served. Before the union can come together, those cycles have to end. You gotta pay your karmic debt. Can you tell me a closing message, please, in regards to the Divine Feminine in this twin flame journey? Thank you. You are good enough, Divine Feminine, so remember that. No matter what takes place, what's happening, just remember that you are good enough and you have what it takes. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light and feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. There's some healing that's taking place right now between you two. Like I said, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, divine, our ancestors, the universe is all behind this right now and coming together to really bring healing to the connection. Cupid's arrow has struck. So your Divine Masculine definitely is in love. So just be light, right? Because some of you are in communication. But just remember that laughter is the best therapy. So just try to have some fun and let love be the greatest healer. You may not always understand when certain things happen, right? But however, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. So through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. It's all about time, divine timing. So don't try too hard. Okay? Just give it time. Because this is definitely a sacred union. We know that, right? So honor and treasure this relationship because it is very sacred. Your Divine Masculine is thinking of you and they love you. Okay? And this is talking about the cycles, right? When I was telling you about the will. Life is a series of constant shifting cycles. Okay? When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. So just go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads you. And do I have any other messages for you guys? Yes, I do. I'm not even going to jump into the karmic. I want this to be uplifting and powerful for the Divine Feminine because, you know, we got works to do and not to be worried about no mess. All right? Nothing bringing down our vibration. This is a spiritual journey. And that's what I've been talking about. The twin flame journey is all about your spiritual journey. It's about your divine life purpose. So in the meantime, just know that everything energetically is taken care of. All you need to do right now in this dimension is to focus on your spiritual journey, moving towards your divine life purpose and healing yourself so that when everything does come together, you won't repeat these cycles, right? And we won't have no more of this runner chaser energy. So when union comes, will you be ready? That's my question. All right, Divine Feminines. I hope this helped you guys tonight. Have a wonderful week and a happy new year. Peace.